Okay, well this video is going to be a little bit different, although it probably doesn't look like it at this point, but it's my birthday, yay! So I'm not doing this video as a live stream, where on a lot of my other videos I live stream it, just less things to set up and go wrong, and I actually have food coming, so I may stop abruptly when sushi arrives, so there's that too. But we're just going to have fun today, me and little lollipop. I'm not going to be crazy about it. Come on, wild stallion, you've been out with all the grass and you've had hay. Hey? Oh really? It's so difficult, is it? You're quite sleepy, aren't you? This is your late night bedtime, isn't it? 7 o'clock. Good boy. There we go. Come on, catch up. What a good boy. You're really not in a playing mood, are you? Come on. Hey. Oh, you're a funny little Arab. Well, if you're going to be all chill, let's move on to the other thing that I was going to have a look at today for fun. Hey? Since we might as well start to see how you're acting with this early. I seem to remember you did quite well last time. We had a little look at this. But I think, pretty sure we had Uncle Puff helping us last time, didn't we? Hey? Since you're in a really calm mood, let's just have a look. Oh, what's this? What do you make of this stuff? Hey? Why not? So if you haven't watched this stream before, this is not a how to train a young horse video. It never is. I have very specific goals with my horses that are completely different to what most people would work on with their horses. And fire breathing is one of those things I like to do with my ponies. It's one of those things I find a lot of fun. And in case you're wondering, yes, one of the questions me and Zoe asked when we bought this arena surface was, is it fire resistant? And they said as long as I didn't like pour the paraffin on the floor and light it, it should be fine. But that got you prancing, didn't it? But the big thing with fire stuff is we need to make excuses to have a horse see it often, so that it becomes kind of normal in their day-to-day, as opposed to this sort of odd thing. Oh, these sticks are getting a bit old, kiddo. Wind's going that way. A lot of times, this is really like normal, is that the visual of it's not so bad, it's that sort of poofy sound. You see starting to get like, oh yeah. It's no big deal. The thing is, a lot of times when you have a scary thing, you try to get your horse to touch it, and it's like, no, please don't ever touch this. But just know that it's safe. Well, since you're doing so well with that, come on, you're okay. I know. Big and scary. It's big and scary, isn't it? Oh dear. Oh dear. Wasn't so bad, was it? Hey, it's not so bad. I forgot to get water. For after breathing fire, you should always have a drink of water. Oh, never mind. I'll survive. Hey. I haven't actually done any fire breathing in ages. I've been working on other things. So I'm quite pleased. That was quite a good jet that came from that. Come on. Yeah, so the smoke machines, the confetti and all that stuff that I would do at my demos, you just make excuses to make it normal. There's so many things we don't consider with horses that are, they're bizarre, they're weird things. Like saddles are weird, and stables are weird if you compare them to a wild horse or a horse's nature, so why is fire any more weird or normal, We just forget because our horses get desensitized so young to being in confined spaces and seeing strange things that we sort of just forget that it's a little bit more jumpy now. We sort of just forget that things like confined spaces and saddles and bridles and trailers and things, they're not normal. I've definitely got you up now, haven't I? Which is good. That's what we wanted. We wanted a lazy pony. Hey? We wanted to have some fun, didn't we? Yeah. Wild Arabian. Oh, I do love your movement. Love it. Oh, do you feel better now that you've trotted a bit? You're so wonderful, aren't you? Hey? Your nose. Kiddo, I didn't realise your halter was sitting right on that. My boys, my Wonder Arabs and Valent, they all they all wrestle quite a bit in the field. Always coming in with another scratch or another. That's good though, I wouldn't change it for the world. Hey? Do you boys often look like you've been through the wars? Don't you? Or your bite marks all over you? Hmm? Where you going? Don't get out of position. No. Get out of position. Come on then. Come on. Gotta keep up, lollipop. Good boy. Oh, you're so prancy. Look at you. You're so wonderful. Huh? Can I keep you on this turn? Oh yeah, I can. Look at that. Oh, what a wonder Arab. Hey, you're still a bit fabulous to have you right up next to me while doing that, aren't you? Hey. Oh, look at this. Love this energy. I wonder if I can pull this off. No, I can't. I was going for behind switch, which is where the horse gets a little ahead of you and then you switch by going. You're a little bit too connected. I can't really complain that you're too connected, can we? Hey. Where is it, Lollipop? That's the tiniest looking shoe I think I've ever seen. My little lollipop. You're cute. Come on. Yeah, and like, this is day 28 or 26 or whatever, and you just wouldn't work on this stuff. Most people's young horses don't need to know canter-stick-to-me and fire breathing and things like this. But for my demos, my goal is to create, for anyone who doesn't know me who's watching this, my goal is to create demonstrations that are wow demonstrations that make people go. I feel like a lot of demonstrations in natural horsemanship are showing the relationship and the connection. That's awesome, and I want that too. But I find they can almost be a little bit they feel wishy-washy, and I'm generalizing massively on that, because they're not. What people are doing is either technically very accurate or very difficult because of that particular horse, but it can come across as sort of a slow-paced demonstration that shows the love you have with your horse, and that's wonderful. For me, I want my demonstrations to have that real, what? Wow, how on earth did you get the horse to do that factor? Which works a little to my detriment, because it means people think that's what I do when I train a horse, which is not at all. When I train a young horse, I don't train them like I'm training him. You know, I train them for their job. And so I've had a few people say, oh yeah, that guy that does all the fire breathing. It's like, it's one very small section of a much larger picture. But why do I do it then if I know that the sort of tried and tested formula works so well? People want that lovely relationship, so why don't I show it as the main highlight of my demonstrations? Because I really want to show that you don't have to do the norm. You don't have to do the normal horse training. You don't have to be a dressage trainer or a show jumper or a whatever to have a healthy, happy horse. You could do anything if your horse is with you, right? You can take on the world if you have a perfect horse with you, right? And I feel like sometimes we show what people expect to see, and I want to show what can be done, what's possible. Oh, the paraffin's going up my nose now. That's why you should have a drink afterwards, Jamie. I shouldn't have done that with that water afterwards. I want to show what's possible rather than just showing what other people already show, because I think there is a lovely collection of people who have wonderful relationships with their horses that show wonderful demonstrations of how much connection you can have with a horse, and that's just awesome. But it's not for us, is it? We're the fire-breathing maniac wonder Arabs who can take on the entire universe. Huh. Because we have a wonderful connection. Yes. Yes. So yeah, I want to do demos that are just mind-blowing demos, not. So that's what the goal for him is for him to become the horse that can have someone ride an aerial silk and then twizzle down and land sideways on him and then go the fire breather, for example, or launch a confetti cannon into an audience or whatever. Long term, these are my goals for him, not to do a perfect dressage test or to do a show jumping round or whatever. And that's not to take away from anyone else's goals with their horse at all. But what it means is I train this horse very, very differently to how I would train a horse for someone who wants to go show jumping. Hi. And so doing a little bit of liberty every week, doing a little bit of jumping every week, or trying to, I've not completely succeeded at this, but trying to do some fire breathing, some stop whip cracking. These are things I wouldn't normally do. But at the same time, if you want your horse to be really confident with those things too, oh, that's a shame. These new paraffin bottles don't allow that to go in there. I kind of wanted to show you this one. I kind of did. Let's grab the bucket really quick. Yes. Oh, okay, cool. I'm surprised you put up with the needle. I'm surprised you put up with the needle getting your ears pierced. My 8-year-old trying to convince me she's had her ears pierced because she's put some heart stickers on her ears. I know she could never cope with a needle going anywhere near her. She does look cute though. There we go. I love that he's curious about this bucket as well. It's little things like that. We won't soak the whole thing, Lollipop. We're just going to soak the end, right? Because that makes it so much better. Hang on, I need to be holding this like that, so if you freak out, it's not too bad. Oh, the wind's going the wrong way, light at that end. There we go. What do you think, Lollipop? Well done, Lollipop. It's quite a loud noise, isn't it, kiddo? Oh, it's a bit scary to be having treats, hey? I do have to be careful not to stick this into any of the bits of carpet that are sticking out. It's fire resistant, it's not fireproof. It's quite a distinction. Oh, brave boy. I've got to switch hands here, Lollipop. What do you make of that? Oh, look at that, eh? Oh, he's so brave. He's so big and brave. Are you being big and brave? That noise is hard though, isn't it, to deal with? Like you teach that friendly game where you throw the string over their back, they can feel that same energy coming from you. They can kind of get the idea that, oh, this isn't something for me to worry about. A good little lollipop. Oh, sorry, let me get one. Hang on. Are you brave? It's not such a big flame now. Hey, what do you think? You have the sweetest little face, look at you. You're very brave. You're very brave. Yeah, you can touch this end. I wouldn't touch that end, that's the fiery end. Oh no. Oh dear. Now we should wait for the thing to go out, which can take a little while. As you spin it, the paraffin gets pushed to the tip, so the tip takes ages to go. Which is frustrating, because it's like, that's not very impressive, is it? That little end bit. And in the sand arena, I just stick it in the arena, but I can't in here because I'll set fire to things if I try to. See you later! There we go. There we go. Not too bad. Dear little wonder Arab. I do love my wonder Arabs. Well, I just saw Alice run by with bags of food, which means this little play session is finished for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It's a bit different, I know. I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I did want to do one more thing with you today, and we'll just see. I know, snort. Because I've not actually sat on you bareback and done anything but just lay across your back. Would you let me hop on your bareback for a minute? And just walk, turn, stop? Would you let me do that? Hey? Oh. We'll burn off some of that, oh my god, I just had to deal with fire energy. Hey? This is the other thing, you know, when your horse has seen something scary, we want to try and hold them in and be like, it's okay, shh. But actually, just let them go. Let them use up that anxious energy. One of the big challenges that happens with hacking is the horse sees something scary and is not able to sort of expend that nervous energy. You heard him just, it's like, oh, he doesn't understand why he feels better. He just knows he feels better having moved his feet. Good boy. Is that good? Hey? I've spoilt you today. You're going to be horrible tomorrow, aren't you? You'll have a nightmare of a time. Do you mind if I hopped on you? Can you be opposed to that? Be massively opposed to that idea? Hey? Oh! Hello, little lollipop. Oh, you dropped it. Good thing I grabbed two. Hey? Attaboy. Hey? What do you reckon? Oh, it's nice to be on your bareback, actually. You're lovely. Now, interestingly, when I did this with Puff the first time, he reared me off because this little bit here on my jeans that's against Lollipop's fur rubbed against his back, and as we were trotting around, he got really upset with that rubbing feeling, reared, and then started scratching as soon as I was off, because he just wanted an itch. It wasn't any kind of nastiness. It was just he kept turning around like Lollipop's doing there, going, it's driving me nuts. And I was like, what, Puff? What? And he stopped and went, get off! I was so shocked. I just lay there. But good boy, Lollipop. He's like, I'm not so sure when you're up there bareback about walking off. It's no different. Honest, It's no different. I know. We have to go to the left though. Or, yeah. You're not happy with it? You are funny. There you go. You can just wander off. You need to be difficult. It's a different feeling, I know. It's a little bit of a different feeling, but it's not bad. Yeah? Same idea. Same idea as with the saddle, only there isn't a saddle. Yeah? I honestly think you'll probably prefer it in the end, once you realise it's okay. You're doing exactly the same thing as Puff did when we reared me off. Oh, I've got like post-traumatic stress. It was like 4 years ago as well. I don't get it when I get on like another person's young horse. Just my Arabs. Because my first Arab messed me up. If you're wondering if there's any like clever, super mega reason why I only have one rein, there's not. I just couldn't be bothered to tie the reins up, so we're here with one rein. And I'm just playing with, seeing if I can turn him with just my legs, really. Can I do it? Can I use the string to turn you? Ooh, I know. I want to go that way. I want to go that way, towards the gate. That a boy. Using the string? That's close to bareback and bridleless riding, you know. Come on, little walk off. That's it. And then I'm going to turn you that way. Good boy. There you go. It's not so weird, is it? He's like, yes, it is. This is very weird, human. Oh, my little body. Where is it? Is it you're going to tell me it's right where I'm sitting? Right, hang on. Is that the spot? I know, I've got a leg. Is it like here? You're so lovely. I love this little horse. This is a really good thing to end on. I don't want to overdo it, but we'll go for a little bit more of a mooch. So the big thing with riding bareback, but also riding just freestyle, is you can't correct things very quickly. So it's really tempting to, like he wants to turn, and it's really tempting to put your leg on and be like, no, don't turn, whatever you do, don't turn. Keep walking. But actually, you can't correct things because you're not really holding on, especially when we get to the point where we just turn off the string, right? You can't make really clear communication like you can in the bridle. So I know it's weird, but it's alright. He's like, this is just weird, dude. Okay, we'll finish for today. Oh, funny little Arab. Aren't you? You're a funny little Arab. We'll finish there for now. We'll come back to it. Yeah, so when you're using the neck strap or a halter, it's like you're using a butter knife instead of a scalpel. You know, when you've got a contact bit, it's like you're using a scalpel, because it's very, very effective, and very little movements have very big effects in the horse's mouth. A sort of standard wide snaffle that I use on him is more blunt, and then this is about as blunt as it can get. So you can't make precise, well, you can, but it's like you have to be more skilled to make that communication consistently the same each time with a blunt tool. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today. That was fun, just messing around rather than sort of building on the stages. We're just having fun mucking about. Like I said, the video's a little different, not live streamed because just too much setup. So, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning.